first game of this trip here for the Pelicans. They're hoping to start it off with the W. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
You know, during the win streak, the bench unit, the coaching staff, everybody's at the top of their game right now.
Yeah, they look legit, and I'll tell you what, no one in the league wants to face them right now.
Jonas
Valanciunas, good. Bridger, this part of the season is when we start to hear a lot of rumors, whether it's about players on the move, coaches on the hot seat. It covers all the bases.
Yeah, and that can be distracting for a lot of teams. I had a coach fired in the middle of a championship run. No one wants to be thinking about that or whether they'll be traded. But look, it happens this time of year.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. Third all-time in career assists, second all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Williamson double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here is New Orleans. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And as we've watched him develop, Zion has steadily improved his passing ability.
And great, what separates Paul from the other two guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Now, here's Bridges, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. And that one's good, Ayton.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Now here's Williamson. He had 35 points last game out. Pass to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Ingram outside. Shoots over Bridges. Frank pulls it in. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Monty Williams. David.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that doing a good job defending the perimeter would get everything else going. He said, we can get them off their spots and make them do things they're not used to. We'll have a very good chance. We'll see if they can execute that strategy, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. To the middle. A miss that time would have put him up.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Knocked loose. Back to Booker. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Here's Bridges. The Pelicans make their lunch.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
That's right, Suns fans. Time to make some noise for you, Suns Dancers.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Alvarado. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. New Orleans shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Nance. And that one is good.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
The shot by Sharch, no good. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Daniels. Now here is Murphy. To the right side. Nance a screen. Driving the lane. And it's blocked. Here's Payne. 17 points in his last outing. To the inside. Reverse. The shot by Sharch, no good. New Orleans in the lead. Down low. And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Pass to Nance. And it's Hayes in the corner. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pelicans ahead, up by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
All right, and here's my Utah Panther.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for New Orleans. Suns trail by 4. Payne with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And now the Pelicans on the break. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job. For 3, and Lee pulls it down. And here's Phoenix. 7-point differential. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Brandon Ingram. Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, the cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Outside, Jones. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Williamson. It's deflected.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason break.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, they couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
Substitution on the court.
And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
A drive by Booker. In the corner, it's Bridges. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Bridges got his second bucket of the night.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
Pass to Ingram. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul.
And even with that turnover, for the most part, they've done an outstanding job not being reckless and playing under control.
Now Ayton. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now just a 4-point Pelican lead.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Trey Murphy.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Ayton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Nance.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency, but you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools. Next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Suns, trailing by 5. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. To the paint, Graham. Pass to Nance. Lets it go from deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Craig with it.
Oh, wow! That is powerful.
And look at Ayton get up there. I have to enjoy watching the big man getting tricky with it.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
And they pick up 2. Booker's got his first basket.
Just bouncing off of contact. Booker putting in work in that weight room.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Alvarado. Inside, and Nance slams it in.
And it's in Larry Nance Jr.'s blood. Remember, his dad, Larry Sr., won the first ever dunk contest.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Pelicans lead by 2. We step away briefly, but we'll get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns youth
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Suns trailing. Paul looking over the floor. Pass to Ayton. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. They are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. Williamson outside. Pass to Ingram. And it's McCollum in the corner. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the two defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those two boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the two defenders on the elbows. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Pass to Williamson. Williamson double team. 5 to shoot. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Valanciunas. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Craig. Phoenix no good that time either. Pelicans leading by 7. To the inside. Jones.
Herbert Jones.
And he converts the layup. Jones has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
To the middle. Here's Ayton. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And it's 13 points for DeAndre Ayton.
Well, Devin Booker has really developed his pick-and-roll game. And let me tell you this, playing with CP3, that will help.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul.
Second team foul.
It's his 3rd foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. McCollum from deep 3-point land. And again, no good by New Orleans. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
McCollum from deep 3-point land. Can't connect from long distance. Kane with it. Now defended by McCollum. In the corner. Shamet with it. Launches it. Pelicans pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Suns trail by 7. Shamet on the wing. Pass to Lee. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And the Pelicans making a change here.
Pelican substitution. Devontae Graham. Jose Alvarado.
59 seconds left in the 3rd. Right wing. Down low. Shot clock at 6. And Hayes throws it down.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Landale. Count that one. Landale's got his second bucket tonight. New Orleans leading by 7. Pass to Graham. Here's Alvarado. He's looking for Hayes and finds him. Now Murphy. On the wing, Daniels. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he can extend the lead to double digits. And here's Payne. Over Alvarado. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Phoenix, get on your feet and give a warm welcome to you, Son Dancer.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. They lead by 7. Tries it from the top of the key. Bridges with the board.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
To the inside. Craig can't get it to go. Pelicans leading by 7. It's Williamson, top of the key. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Not a guy you can stop by fouling. Williamson too focused and too powerful.
Free throw, no good for Williamson.
There had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
Ayton attacking. That one good for 2.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
Ingram wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Ingram's got the lead up to 9 now for New Orleans. On the wing, Booker. Back to Paul. A 3, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 9. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. From deep 3-point range, and the 3 ball is good.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Booker up top. Back to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Craig. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
New Orleans ball.
Yeah, another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
It's Ingram on the wing. Ingram drawing the double team. A 3 ball. And they recover it. Here's Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Unbelievable force and power. Zion hanging 280-plus on the rim.
For his position, DeAndre Ayton is exceptionally well-equipped.
Yeah, are you talking about those long arms, that 7'6" wingspan? Yeah, those will help you knock away a few shots or pluck down a few rebounds out of the air. That is no question.
And you just have to be entirely.
When I see you flying out of Timbuktu, sucking all the money from the tree I grew. I know she tear these eyes from you. Caught me in the middle of the ball I threw. If you want me bowing to the glass I drew, I could melt the colors if you stain on you. Time up from me, crystal cat so naughty. Candy cooking old school county. Time went around me. Crystal calibrates around me. Nice so naughty. County cooking old school county.
Physically fit. Catch you in the raw, wanna taste of it. Boom on brow, wanna feel my grit. People in the Bronx wanna take a trip. Rock it on a compact disc. In a pocket full of Cohen. Yeah, want my kiss. Pick up, what's your bliss?
Anytime I do a shawty, feeling like a wonder to me. I've been getting money, I do not for free. I've been getting, all eyes on me. Came in with the gorillas and the swingers with the. I ain't selfish, I will let you in your off the corner like I'm both with it. I'm slow with it, maybe just go with it. Oh, I'm for sure with it. And if you want it, we can go get it. Okay, hold on. Let me slide one last time. Lights go flash. And we have in this glass, but this love don't last. Passion is fading. I'ma give you my last.
Physically fit. Catch you in the raw, wanna taste of it. Boom on brow, wanna feel my grit. People in the Bronx wanna take a trip. Rock it on a compact disc. In a pocket full of Cohen. Yeah, want my kiss. Pick up, what's your bliss?
I don't know, nowhere to go. Bouncing off the walls, got a disco soul. Pounce them goals, pressure on the toes. When they get to swinging, I'm prime your twisted your toes. Fly up the jet, make your neck on froze. Don't take the toll, turn up the beat, make them lose control. I don't know, nowhere to go. Bouncing off the walls, got a disco soul. Pounce them goals, pressure on the toes. When they get to swinging, I'm prime your twisted your toes. Fly up the jet, make your neck on froze. Don't take the toll, turn up the beat, make them lose control.
I got your girl on panic. Iced out my wrist Titanic. Like 2-1, I'm on my savage. No airport, but claim my baggage. I'm on the run, I'm on the run. Yo, gon' choose, I'm on the up. The boy and the man, I'm all in one. But I used to be the one that caught the bus on the red light. I don't need transit. Only crew, no friends. When you see me, that's it. They ain't even like me last year. Now they know my face. China on the page, we be in a place. Like the K.CD. They watch me like I'm on TV. Brought this back, but I ain't got receipt. Coking up Bobby Flay when I'm on this beat, yeah.
They got me in a bad place. Might crash the whip in the valley. All about my cheese, it's a bad race. If you win it first, you in last place. They got me in a bad place. Might crash the whip in the valley. All about my cheese, it's a bad race. If you win it first, you in last place.
20 women on me, follow like Titanic. Sounded like Do-Re-Mi. Like a zombie, running empty. You can see my show it to your hubby. Please don't get annoyed, you be talking like you got a point. I got hundreds in my pocket, I got hundreds from Detroit. Spend it on some things that I don't need because I do enjoy it. Don't be playing with my feelings, baby girl, it's not a toy. I'm the best out, sorry that you left out. If you thought of something opposite, then go ahead, bounce. Never care about nada, go ahead and make me care now. Turn my feelings off and now I'm ready for my close-up. Closer, she be getting closer. One more step, your relationship is over. Good to meet ya when you're coming over. Trying to put my hand around your itty-bitty shoulder.
They got me in a bad place. Might crash the whip in the valley. All about my cheese, it's a bad race. If you win it first, you in last place. They got me in a bad place. Might crash the whip in the valley. All about my cheese, it's a bad race. If you win it first, you in last place.
agua bendita, que se ocupa, cura o curita. Cállense que llega visita. Qué familia tan perfectita. Lo que no se tiene se pinta. Tapen con tapete o cobija. La verdad incomoda y te pica. Si no es de tu talla o medida. Amén. Yo crecí con complejos. Yo no pido consejos. No por mí ni por ego. Pero usted nivela ni en... A mí me dijeron que yo ya no llegara más a misa, porque le di un beso yo a una chica, y ahora de repente se le quita. Lo persinado, acuérdese que yo era monaguilla. Y donde se le fue lo católico pensamiento. Ese padre tiene cola que pisar. Que tanto juzga si es tan similar. Hay tanto chisme que hay que evitar. Mi madre no es santa, yo no soy tonta. Chusma tanaca y que tanto le importa. Al chisme si escucha y para ayudar está sorda. Y a mí me dijo fea una gorda, y a mí me dijo gorda una fea. Me dijo, también me miró feo, que es pobre pero... Qué oso, qué oso, ay, qué oso, ya, qué oso. Quiero mi cartera bien ballena, ay, abuela, perdón. Qué oso. Agua bendita, que se ocupa, cura o curita. Cállense que llega visita, qué familia tan perfectita. Qué familia tan... Ay, qué oso. La familia bola de chismosos, que con tanto rezo y rebozo no se les quita lo envidioso. Pa' acabarla la hacen de toso, le echan un poco, tíos mentirosos. Aquí entre nos son tantos celosos, echan de todo, sale hasta lodo, saca el fabuloso. Y vamos a sacar la mugre, vamos a sacar verdades aunque todos suden. A mí ya me vale más de toda mi vida hablaron mal y yo no le hice nada a nadie. ¿Qué familia tuve? Que si yo... del baño, ¿no les parece con quién salgo? Usted tiene otro hijo en el barrio. Mira, aquí ni santas ni pa' allá ni pa' acá, aquí no hay ruta. Y si no le gusta, no se admire. Mire al chile, las miradas insultan. Y de miradas a miradas, mire para qué tan... No hay problema, yo pienso que te avisa. No hay curita, sana. Que hay critica, pero lo bailado no se quita. Quiero mi cartera bien ballena. Ay, abuela, perdón. Si por usted fuera, no tuviera ni este vuelo ni avión. Mira, aquí ni santas... ya ni pa' acá, aquí no hay ruta. Y si no le gusta, no se admire. Mire al chile, las miradas insultan.
Island woman rise, walang makakatigil. Brown woman rise, alamin ang iyong ugat. They got nothing on us, nothing on us, nothing on us, nothing on us. Island woman rise, walang makakatigil. Brown woman rise, alamin ang iyong ugat. They got nothing on us, nothing on us, nothing on us. Isang bagsak. Yo, the story arc if it don't involve no matriarch. Some mothers work from the ground up. They craft an air like ATR with the butterfly sleeves. Naka-Philippine na pag nagsalita mga banat ay wag magtaka kung ako ay makatabulok na sistema. Kurakot sa pera bagsak, but we put in our heart into darkness. They putting these in the office. Or you thinking you schooling but you lost cause you best see the boss while atop this. But look at my ate, she moving so cold. Can't hold a candle to her when she glow. Flick at the wrist with that ilaw she hold. Panago sa ilaw, she dripping in gold.
We pulling up in a jeepney. All of my soldiers greet me. Hand me bandanas. See me for my country. I live in for my country. On the low for my country. They got evil plans in the devil's hands, but I don't pray cause I organize. They got new ways to impose strength, but I teach mine how to mobilize. We don't fight for the money, for the greedy, for the want is our freedom and the right to live on our motherland.
Island woman rise, walang makakatigil. Brown woman rise, alamin ang iyong ugat. They got nothing on us, nothing on us, nothing on us, nothing on us. Island woman rise, walang makakatigil. Brown woman rise, alamin ang iyong ugat. They got nothing on us, nothing on us, nothing on us. Isang bagsak, God is up in every lifetime. We don't take no except the oppressors. If you step out of your line, I